Howdy folks, Justin here. We are going to be hopping onto the ladder with our Control Mage list. It is as close to, Control Mage Classic, if you will, as we could get. You may notice I'm not running Supreme Atromancer, which has become popular in Control Mage. Wanted to kind of continue my look at classic deck lists, and this is about as classic as I felt comfortable playing with this one. Have to excuse me, I have a bit of a cold today. I think it's Heisenberg playing Warrior. So if it's Orcs, these are pretty reasonable keeps, but I would like a 1 or a 2, some kind of removal. This looks a lot better. This looks fantastic, actually. Some good answers. Now, if this is some kind of control deck, of course, we will have to figure out a different plan. I think I just pass. I actually don't know what the best way to deal with that is. When I was running Orcs, I was surprised. I mean, Fire and Defender was the card that overperformed the most. Originally, I was running 2, decided up to 3, and really enjoyed it.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
Hopefully he buffs that. Actually, no, hopefully he buffs this. He didn't. Okay. So now I can Harpy this, Firebolt that. So what are we afraid of? Triumphant Jarl would be the worst thing that I think can happen to us in this match. We need to assume he has 3 5/4s with charge and breakthrough. So we'll play around those.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Okay. Picking up an Ice Storm pretty soon would be nice. You can make the argument Camelot Sentinel is a reasonable play there, but I don't mind having a Rune Broken here. Yeah, Ice Storm would just be like the greatest card in my deck right now. I think I would just Ice Storm swing in 2 turns. In the meantime, Iron's not bad considering we have nothing but Firebolt in our graveyard. Okay.
End of the road.
A lot of prophecies in the list. There we go. So now Necromancer is probably the most frustrating thing that could happen. Yeah, I think it's actually Camelot Sentinel. Camelot Sentinel should block both of those attacks. Oh no, he is the one who knocks. I say this because he's Heisenberg. That's pretty good for him. Pretty good indeed. Okay, so Ice Storm. Firestorm's pretty good. Firestorm is pretty good. We're going to take 6 here though. Might take another 5 from hand. Not hitting our Hive Defenders or our... we'll see what we can get. It's good. Although now if he Necromancers and pulls back a Necromancer, I'm going to have a bit of a problem. Okay, so he's just in desperation mode. His hand is probably... I have to imagine that this is a Wood Orc Headhunter.
May the ancestors bless.
This lets me Crushing Blow that. And Lightning Bolt's not great, but... we're getting to the point where we have control of the board. He's basically got 3 free attack here, unfortunately. Savage. Right.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Okay, so Tome of Alteration has to be in play here. There's Ice Storm for the future.
Behold my
Be on your guard.
history shall remember this day.
Well,
Follow me, men.
Markarth Bannerman.
This should be good.
Greystone Ravager. Okay. one turn off Manticora. Lightning Bolt. Because I can't... There are 6 creatures, with charge that would hit me for 2. So if I can avoid that, that would be ideal. So, Lightning Bolt, Swing, Ice Storm. Clears the board, leaves this here. Lets me respond with Manticora.
History shall remember this day.
Okay. I don't know how we can just die from this position. Markarth Bannerman would be a great one for him to draw here.
We must join forces.
That works too. Dawn's Wrath's a good backup plan. As long as we keep him off Orcs too, we don't have to worry a whole lot about the Wood Orc Headhunter.
Been too long since I've embraced
It's
my
pretty
reign.
good. If he puts the creature over here, I think we're just Dawn's
The
Wrathing.
longer the odds,
Because
the
we have a great follow-up in Odin. Yep.
By the eighth, they will meet their makers.
So hopefully whatever he plays has 4 toughness, and we can smash it with Odiving.
We stand united.
Okay. Again, we have to keep every orc off the table. We might not have to if it wasn't this one, because this will allow him for a 6 attack charge. Otherwise, the temptation is, of course, to just Shrieking Harpy, so I can swing that into it for value.
Your storm is no match for mine.
That one has to go under all circumstances. The Shrieking Harpy is a great
This
addition to
should
the
be
hand.
good.
Greystone Ravager. Okay. Let's Fate Weaver. So we're going to try to build a board that can one turn kill him.
By the eighth, they will meet their makers. Sheol take.
Okay. Because we've seen 2 Firewind Defenders. That's the prophecy we are most afraid of. The only prophecy really we're afraid of. There's the Headhunter. So we go to 1.
They will pay the blood price.
Okay.
This was a worthy contest.
Crushing Blow. Okay, so on board we have 14, 25. We have a backup plan of Ice Storm Firebolt, so I'm just going for it. If we hit the Fire and Defender, we hit the Fire and Defender.
Sheol take you.
Oh man. I think we hit the Fire and Defender.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Oh my god.
Sheol.
Well, there we go.
By the egg, a fine battle.
At 1 life, Crushing Blow. It makes sense. Crushing Blow is an older card as far as things that I used to put in every deck. So I'm glad that Crushing Blow got us our kill there in our retro Control Mage list. Alright, yeah, let's do one more. I gotta say, playing Control Mage is a little taxing, right? Like, it is... I wouldn't say stressful, but it is not... I don't know, I just feel sort of exhausted after playing Control Mage too often. I decided this was a good choice because I feel like it's the deck best equipped to answer decks using Supreme Atromancer as a finisher. I'm sorry guys, I'm real stuffed up and sick. But I wouldn't want to play it too often. So execute Crushing Blow, Piercing Javelin. I'm actually keeping Piercing Javelin for Markarth Bannerman, because the other 2 cards are good if it's Aggro Prophecy.
Luck to your house.
Greetings.
Yeah, you too. Okay, if it's not Prophecy Battle Mage, there's Cunning Ally, so
Let's do this.
Merrick and Supreme Atromancer it is, it would appear. I will gladly just throw down my Cunning Ally,
Let's do this.
particularly since I have an Execute to answer his first Breton Conjurer or
Let's shed some light on the
any
problem.
creature like that.
I have you now.
No, it's crushing blow. We can Cloudrest Illusionist execute a Markarth Bannerman, but I think we're gonna Piercing Javelin it.
Let's shed some
Got all
light
3
on
cunning
the
allies on
problem.
the board. I almost think we don't do anything right here. I just don't see where it benefits us that much. Next turn we could Ice Storm if we wanted to.
I have you now.
Yeah.
Hermamora tests us.
There's the raiding party. Okay, so Fate Weaver
It has been written.
into Odoving. It's got double Firebolt for our Fate Weaver if he chooses. Or just a rapid shot in the Firebolt. Hive Defender's great. Okay, our graveyard is Crushing Blow. We could get that back and remove that. Yeah, I like that.
May the ancestors bless us.
Better to save the Hive Defender for a position we know it's going to be good into. So we have a plan to answer the first Atromancer. But subsequent
The
Atromancers
forest will
are
not
going to be
suffer
challenging.
your presence.
Okay. You got it. And running this deck out of resources is challenging too. Okay. Yeah, I am just going to put the Hive Defender here. I don't really have a better play this turn. I don't feel like swinging yet. If this is when he wants to start the Atromancy, this won't, this seems pretty safe. Okay.
Hermamora tests us.
Okay, so you got 4 of those token creatures, the Nord Firebrands in your hand.
Time to fight.
Yeah. Okay, we'll line up the other Hive Defender. Closer we get to Odoving, the better I feel too, because Odoving is our second answer to Supreme Atromancer. With this board state, it might even be that I, it might be that I Illusionist Execute or Piercing Javelin
Time to fight.
down a,
Time to fight.
okay, so here's Merrick.
By
Dawn's Wrath, of course, the greatest draw in the history of this game, if I can pull that. That's fine. That's super irritating. That's super irritating. Wow. There you go. So,
Hermamora tests us.
Firebolt, Ice Storm, Shackle. Alright. Now we need a Fade Atromancer this turn, since we don't have access to Odoving or Ice Storm. Okay. We can double Cloudrest Execute. Alright, so now we have Odoving on next turn. There's a rapid shot. I believe he has a Firebolt left. So Firebolt and a Lightning Bolt means he's coming at me for 7, which would be bad for us. There's an Ice Storm and there's a Firebolt.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Okay. Um,
Burn it all to the ground.
Behold my power.
and we hit a prophecy. I think it's too greedy just to use Odoving. It's fine. We execute that. I'm just trying to survive.
Elements are mine to control.
Let's heat things up.
Yeah, you got it. And then Wardcrafter too. Okay, so that's on 5. So I am just gonna Odoving and take 5. He's down to 3 cards. We have a number of answers in hand. That excitement says to me, I've got this on lockdown.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
I wish I had an execute, because I'd rather steal this. But alright, so we have 22 on board and 11 in hand. We are going to go for it next turn, and looks like we're not going to make it. That sucks.
Time to fight. Time to fight.
Oh, Supreme Atromancer, always a pleasure. Alright, well hey, there's 2 games with kind of throwback Control Mage. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all on the ladder.